Veronica Gonzalez, welcome to ENTV.
Thank you so much for having me.
This is going to be fun. It'll be quite an interview, ENTV. So, Veronica, for people that do not know you, how do you introduce yourself to a new community?
Yes, definitely. So for the first and foremost, I want to say thank you for having me on the show. I pretty much just sum up what I am. I am an author. I am an entertainer, or artist. I've done a lot for the community as well for the past six to 7 years now. Back to school events, name it, you call it. Pretty much. I also am an entrepreneur. I have besides the community work I do and the books, I also have make music, and I also alongside with that have a story to tell on this show as well.
Okay, well, let's hear the story because who doesn't love a good story? So, what story do you want to tell on the show, Veronica?
Yes, definitely. So first and foremost, I have a book which is called Trials and Tribulations and Autobiography of Vero G. I know you guys can see that on the screen's kind of, yeah. It's available on www.amazon.com and also on Barnes and Nobles on the online store. So what this book entails is pretty much my past story of my life. And it wants to be inspiration for your viewers and your listeners and that sorts. What it's about basically is me who have came so much in my life from being a domestic violence survivor, being a rape victim, going through the foster care system, being homeless and pregnant, and the things that I've encountered in my past life to now to see the growth as myself as an individual, and also to inspire people along the ways to never give up on themselves, to never give up on their dreams, and to pursue the highest to your next potential in life.
So, how do you walk through that kind of stuff? Because that's some hard stuff you talked about. That's not cakewalk.
Yes. It's been years of healing, you could say. I have a very strong faith in God, and I think my immediate family really has helped me a lot along the way during the obstacles and things I've went through in my life. And I'll tell you right now, it has not been easy. It's been very difficult. There were times where I wanted just to give up, and I wanted to do things which I do not want to discuss on here. But let's just say I'm here for a purpose, and I feel like if my story could inspire somebody through the uphills and the downhill battles, I want somebody to relate to that and realize that their life is not that bad at all. It's you're going to go through things in life, but you're going to overcome it in due time. So I just want to be a prime example of somebody to hear that today if possible.
What was your key turning moment or turning point?
I would say when, for example, when I was in a domestic violence situation years ago, and I was at a point where my abuser basically almost killed me in front of my own child. And that was a wake up call for me. And I realized at that moment, I have to get up and change my lifestyle. And not even for myself, but for my child. And to see that there is so much in this world to live for instead of just going through the abusive cycle of domestic violence.
Is it one of those things that's hard to talk about when you're going through it? Like, I've not been through it. I don't know what it's like. Do you feel alone? I would imagine. Like, what does it feel like for people?
Yes, those who encountered or who know somebody that went through it or are going through it, I would say is something that is not. It's very serious. It's something that it could take your life. Let's put it that way. And from my own personal experience, from like two or three times I've experienced this in my past, I would say it's something that you have to psychologically, emotionally prepare yourself to get out of it before you become a statistic. And I'm also an advocate, so I have fought for other women as well, and children and families who have encountered this situation, and firsthand seeing it myself in my own eyes and my family who were affected by this. I want people to know that it's not, you have to have a safety plan. So for first and foremost, it's a big thing. You have to get out, you have to do things correctly, you have to make sure you have everything ready before you make that next initiative move and to finally leave out the abuser's home or the environment. And it's going to take time. I want to say right now, from my own experience, it took me a long time to heal. And I just want people to know that they're not alone in this situation.
All right. So, what did you do with that then? Because you got out, you've been
Yes.
healing, you're
Yes.
turning the pain into purpose. So, what purpose have you turned it into?
Yes. So, from my own prior experience with this, I wanted to do my own organization, which is called the Vero G, Vero G Productions, not my own productions. But what I do along that, we do workshops for domestic violence survivors. We also do events for artists and local talent here in New York City. But we also try to include people who have been affected by that certain situation to be involved in our events so they could feel like they're not isolated. They are involved in two other things. Prior to that, I also have a petition. It's on www.change.org. It's called End Domestic Violence. It's available there now. You guys can sign. It's free. We have over 100, I think 161 signatures already. We're trying to go past the 200 signatures for the White House. So our president now, Joe Biden, could look into that, hopefully make pass a law for that.
Hmm. You seem like a very creative person.
Mm.
Have you always been creative, like different expressions of creativity?
Yes, I feel like what I do now is really helped me a lot, gain me to who I am today. And even my music, I also talk about domestic violence and my own personal experience, and it's really for other people as well. So you guys could check that out. I did a song called Don't Cry. That's very emotional, and definitely the video's out now. You can check that out on all platforms. And I have other songs. I also talk about different topics and concepts, but I feel like this is something very special matter for me. And I want people to embrace this and to fight for it as well.
Well, please put any links after in the comments of the Facebook. So where are you going next then? Like, what's in the next year?
Yes, definitely. So I'm still, as we speak, I'm in the process of writing two more books as we speak, of other personal things I've encountered. So that's in the works. Prior to that, I'm releasing two more albums. One is called Energy. That's the fifth EP album will come out this year. And also right after that will be the sixth full album called A Brand New Me. And that is a very intelligent album. It talks about what I went through and how I overcame that as well. So that will be on all digital platforms, streaming platforms. Prior to that, I'm working along with my management, Prime Media. We're working on our second annual Vero G Awards. That's coming sometime soon, so I'm excited for that. And we're just continuing working with the community. We're doing our back to school event as well this year, at the end of this month by August 31st, in our own community. So we're trying to also embrace everybody in what we're doing. Yeah.
Amazing. So
Thank you.
you're an advocate. Do you enjoy being an advocate for others?
Yes. I feel like gone through it many years ago and now kind of helping people go kind of like helping them in their situation as delicate as I possibly can. It helps me because I want to be a voice for them. And I know I know the process because I've been through it and I know the fear and pain. So when I do have these workshops and or do events, when I have people who have encountered similar to situations like I have, I pretty much can relate to them in many ways. And I just have as much compassion as I can.
Beautiful. Well, we need people like you in the world, that's for sure.
Thank
So
you. I appreciate it.
what lights up you? Like, where do you find your happiest in life?
Oh my, that's a good question. I think honestly, it's just when I sit in a room and I make music, that is my biggest passion. That and of course, hearing music, of course, it helps a lot with my therapy. It's for me, and I think just helping people. That's my thing for what I do. My happiest moments. Yeah.
So what kind of vision do you see? You're creating your own music, you're creating these advocacy initiatives. What is your 3 to 5 year goal? Where do you see yourself, as you keep leveling up, Veronica, right? Where are you going to be in 3 to 5 years?
I always kind of like try to pre-plan that, but then I realize sometimes when you plan things in advance, it doesn't come out the way you want it. I come to realize that now. So I just go by the flow, as they say. But I do eventually want to see the longevity of what we do here in the city to continue helping people in the community. The workshop that we do, our activism, in that sense. And I just want to continue helping as many people as possible along the way. What we do as well for artists is longevity for that with events and with our sorts and just keep helping people. That's my main thing. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, would you like to come out to a networking event next month? We're running them. We run them twice a month on September 13th. I'd love to get you out so you can connect with more people. They live stream into the community. You
Awesome.
meet
Yeah.
another 10, 12 people and I'll send you that after. Okay, so closing thoughts. Where How do you want to end your interview here on ENTV?
Yes, I just want to just end with inspiration and motivation. And I think from my story today here on the show, and any way I can help anybody that's listening, tuning in to hear that motivation could be a great way to help them along the way, could be my blessing to them.
Well, you have a beautiful heart.
Thank you.
Anyone that watches this will see that clear as day. So we'll keep chatting as we go off air here, but I'm gonna get you back on a networking event so other people you can come back and be seen again with a bunch of other people. And
Sure.
we need more of your energy here, Veronica. So thanks for being on. Thanks for
Thank
being on ENTV today.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
ENTV, please reach out to connect with Veronica Gonzalez. I'll tag her in this so you can know where to find her. She'd love to connect with you and chat with her about music or about advocacy or about anything that piques your interest. And we'll keep chatting off air. We'll see you soon, ENTV.